NFT application on Harmony. And if you have any questions, please post them in the chat. You can also get on Discord after this workshop to engage with the Harmony team and Ganesha. So without further ado, I'll let you take it away, Ganesha.
Thanks, Catherine. Hello, everyone. Welcome to HackMoney Hackathon. My name is Ganesh. I'm an engineer at Harmony. I work on core protocol, developing SDKs, ecosystem, and more recently, I'm managing interoperability or building bridges between Harmony and other blockchains. In this workshop, I'm basically going to provide you all the materials that you need or where to find them to get started on building on Harmony. To begin, one place you can first start is docs.harmony.1, where you can find basically everything that you need to get started. To start with general information about Harmony, and then there is a section on developers. We have been working recently a lot on improving the developers documentation to help you guys get started building on Harmony really fast. And the third section is about networks, where it's mainly about validators, delegators, and token holders, and so on. To begin, yeah, at any point in time, if you have any questions, feel free to post in the Zoom chat or in YouTube. I'll be able to take some of the questions towards the end. To begin, Harmony is a layer 1 blockchain, which has proof of stake, and also it's a sharded blockchain with currently running 4 shards. Overall, 1,000 nodes securing the network, and Harmony has about 2-second transaction penalty. And out of the 1,000 nodes, currently 800 of them are run by the community, and Harmony still runs around 200 nodes. If you look at Harmony's roadmap, mainly we are keen on improving the adoption of our blockchain by helping developers build on top of Harmony. And also we are focusing more on making our interoperability solutions to connect with other blockchains in a manner that is both efficient and in terms of cost and time. And finally, we are also very focused on fully decentralizing our blockchain, so that whole blockchain and everything is run by the community. You can read more about Harmony and its technology under the section here. Key features being consensus and sharding, randomness, proof of stake, token economics, etc. I won't spend a lot of time on this theory. Another aspect of Harmony is its horizon bridge. If you guys, some of you guys probably already have used the bridge. Currently, it has over 5,000 unique users and over 30,000 bridge transfers already done in few months. Feel free to check out. I'll be talking about like how you can build application using the bridge SDK in few minutes. Horizon bridge is basically a bridge connecting between Harmony and Ethereum. You can find some materials on how to bridge. It's basically user guides over here that lets you like connect MetaMask and bridge between Ethereum and Harmony. You can bridge any kind of ERC20 tokens, ERC721 NFTs, and also you can bridge Harmony native tokens like one and also HRC20, which is a ERC20 of Harmony to Ethereum. You can also look at some of the existing dApps that were built as part of some of the hackathons. For example, also the partners or the products or the projects that are that have built on top of Harmony. For example, in terms of DeFi, there are multiple decentralized exchanges like Viper, Mochi, and so on. And there's also recently we had released a NFT marketplace, DaVinci, that's also attracting a lot of users. And also there are other forms of applications that you can take a look. And in terms of Harmony's ecosystem, you can see in this map, there's a lot of products and partners that are integrated with Harmony, and more coming in this year. And there are various channels to interact with the Harmony community. And there's also a well-established grant program where if you want to take your project beyond the hackathon, you can apply for grants, and you can see through see it all the way through to mainnet and attracting users and so on. So without wasting a lot of time, let's go to the most important section, which is developers. As I believe a lot of you guys are looking to build on top of Harmony. And in terms of if you are coming from the Ethereum world, Harmony should feel very familiar for you guys building on top of Harmony, because Harmony is fully EVM compatible as well as Ethereum tooling compatible. What I mean to say is that you can use all the Ethereum tools like Truffle, Remix, wallets, MetaMask, Web3, etc., right out of the box. Of course, we had some minor issues that along the way we fixed, and right now most of these libraries are fully compatible with Harmony, and you don't need to, you won't hit the major roadblock here. The first place to start is just exploring the Harmony blockchain via JSON RPCs. For example, here we have some examples on, for example, if you want to look at, let's say, a protocol-related method, want to see Harmony's latest header, there are a few example curl commands that you can use to query the blockchain. That is like first way to get feel of the Harmony blockchain. If you want to take further, you kind of create a wallet. Harmony follows a BEC32 address format. It also, which is called one address. It also follows a hex address that is in Ethereum. Both works well with Harmony. So either of them you can use. And in terms of development environment, there's mainnet, testnet, and also a local net that you can spin up. And there are test faucets using which you can obtain some one tokens to begin your development. And there are currently explorers where you can look up the transactions. For a major difference between Harmony and Ethereum is basically in terms of development, Harmony transactions include shard IDs, which is not the case in Ethereum. But we have kind of able to abstract it away so that all the Ethereum SDKs can be used, libraries and SDKs can be used out of the box. I'll go over some of the SDKs and examples in a bit. So we also have some sample smart contract deploy tutorials. For example, if you go here in this GitHub repo, there's some examples here on how to deploy a contract, how to programmatically interact with the wallets like MetaMask, Math Wallet, or One Wallet. At any point in time, apart from when you are developing on Harmony, during this hackathon or beyond, of course, we have a dedicated channel for this hackathon where you may feel free to ask any question. We'll try to respond as soon as possible. Apart from that, you can also ask your questions in talk.harmony.one, which is a forum for Harmony, where we have a dedicated developer subforum where you can ask your questions. Apart from this forum, there's also a Reddit Harmony developers channel where innovative ideas are currently being discussed. So I encourage you guys to check it out. And there are, for immediate responses, there are also a couple of Discord channels Links are provided here, and there's also a Telegram channel where you may be able to find kind of a faster responses sometimes. We still encourage you post your questions in talk.harmony.one so that it can benefit other developers as well. Yeah, there's a known limitation which is currently being worked on is all the cross shards generally, I mean, all the smart contracts are right now deployed onto shard 0. And there's the contracts won't be able to interact with the smart contract deployed on other shards. So that's the one item that is on our roadmap where we want to make the contracts deployed on different shards interact with each other. You can find more information about, for example, Ethereum compatibility. We are maintaining a GitHub repo here that constantly being where we try out all the new tools, wallets, etc. for check for compatibility, and you can take a look at this GitHub repo for to know whether certain tool or library is compatible or which one to use and so on. So in terms of network and faucet, already this in the getting started guide here, as well as you can find it here. Let's go deploying on Harmony. There are different, as an Ethereum developer, you guys already know, you can deploy using Remix, which is most convenient. And then next is Truffle that you can use. Hard Hat is most convenient, then directly Web3.js. We also have Harmony JavaScript SDK, which is kind of most popularly used. But right now, Web3.js is something that is even more convenient to use. So let's see how to deploy certain contract using Remix. It should be fairly quick. I just open the Remix ID and make sure MetaMask is compatible. So let me increase the font just to make it easier here. So you can add Harmony networks like testnet and mainnet into your MetaMask. Just it's a custom network, very standard, where you go here and add the RPC URL and the chain ID. This information is also available in docs.harmony.one. So after you configure that, we load the remix, and let's go back here. And let's say copy this simple counter contract just to see it working. Create a new file. My bad. Let's create a new file with counter.solidity and paste this code and go here and compile. Very standard, nothing fancy. There's no error, just a warning. That is fine. Select injected Web3. It is automatically connected here to Harmony testnet. And then let's select counter and deploy. So MetaMask transaction appeared. Confirm. Should be able to see. Yeah. It's deployed, so you can see the address here. Then we'll be able to interact with the contract. So it's fairly straightforward, right? Exactly the same way you do it in Ethereum. There is no difference. You just have to come and add your Harmony network into your MetaMask, and then that's it. Use as is. So we saw a contract deploying, and the next step is there's also a Harmony version of the remix that is customized to work with the Harmony One wallet and Math wallets. If you'd like to use that, it's also possible. It look and feel wise it's exactly same. Just there's a customized Harmony deployment interface where you can select a wallet that you want to use and do everything that is similar to Remix. And then if you don't want to use Remix, there's also Truffle, in which case it's also straightforward. Just make sure to use more recent Truffle version. The previous Truffle had some issues with respect to HT wallet provider. Otherwise, it's fairly straightforward. What you need to do is in the Truffle config, add Harmony networks with the RPC URL, and also Harmony uses a different derivation path for reading the address out of the mnemonics. So it's not exactly same as Ethereum, it's slightly different. So make a note of that if you're trying to load an account from the mnemonics. Most times developers face this issue where they assumed the particular address and they have some funds there, but when they're trying to deploy using that account, it's reading another account which doesn't have funds, and so they encounter deployment issues. So just to note down that fact. If you're using private key, nothing needs to be changed. It will directly work as is. Note on the network ID. If you're using the Mainnet, basically there's a different network ID for that. Rest of the stuff deploying using Truffle is exactly same. And hard hat, I also provided here. I really like this hard hat tutorial, so I just refer to that tutorial here in the step number 7, where that is when you try to deploy your contract to a live network. That is when you basically specify hard hat config, where you specify your Harmony network. Here I'm saying testnet with the particular RPC URL and loading my private key. That's all I need to do. Simply run hard hat deploy script and point it to the network. So one thing like you guys noticed, deploying on Harmony should feel exactly same as Ethereum. There's no less learning curve or resistance in terms of deploying. And then we also provided a guide, standard Web3, using Web3.js, how we can deploy on Harmony. This one also uses a Solidity compiler programmatically to compile your Solidity file and deploy. So you don't even, in this tutorial, you don't even need to compile it externally. Feel free to check it out. And there's also Harmony.js JavaScript SDK that is which you can use to deploy in Harmony. And there is yeah, this example demo repository contains all the relevant code for this tutorial. We also have a Truffle box for Harmony, which you can pull and right away get started. Okay. Yeah, and then there is deploying HRC20. HRC20 is basically nothing but a ERC20 contract on Harmony, a token on Harmony. There's a tutorial here that basically says how to deploy HRC20 on Harmony. This uses the a repository HRC, but I mean, even there is an even easier way to deploy your own HRC20 token, which you can find under Learn tutorial. Currently, tutorials are limited, but we are keep on adding more and more plan to add more tutorials here. So, for example, in Remix, if you want to do, let's say, this famous GLD token HRC20, you can basically, let me close this here, go back here and create a new file, GLD, that one here. is compiled, and then go here, same connected to Harmony testnet, and select a GLD token, requires initial supply. Let's see, set, and then it's the fastest way to deploy your own ERC20, my opinion. And similarly, you can do the NFT deployment. We have added small tutorials here, and I'll learn. So expect us to, over the next week or so, add more and more tutorials to help even help more for the developer to get started. So that's about deploying on Harmony. And then we have, as I mentioned, several SDKs. Popularly, Web3.js is still, you can use, because most of you already probably have some applications built on top of Ethereum, so you can easily bring it over and deploy it on Harmony. So Web3.js being still, I see, being a most popular option, and then JavaScript SDK. And there's also Golang CLI that currently we are adding more and more features to even do the smart contract interaction using the Golang library. There's a Java SDK as well. Python recently had a PR that added several features to this PyHarmony library, using which you can perform various things, not only interacting with the blockchain, but transaction signing and also staking feature. Of course, if you want to use web3.py, that is also even better. That should work just right out of the box. We are going to add more tutorials in this SDK section, or more examples in the coming week. So that's about SDKs, and there's API methods. What are all the blockchain APIs, JSON RPCs that are available here? I mean, still, I think most up-to-date place is still api.hmni.ny.io is a place where you can find and try out all the SDKs. It's similar to Ethereum JSON RPC wiki. So that's about APIs. In terms of wallet, most popular MetaMask. This section of the wallet is going to provide examples on how to interact with wallets programmatically. This is one thing that you need for DApp development. So there are some great examples here, even interacting with one wallet and so on. It's a nice place to look. And tools, yeah, it's still improving, but we have added some tools. For example, Horizon SDK. Like as part of this hackathon, we want developers to build more and more DeFi, NFT, gaming, cross-chain applications. So you may find this Horizon Bridge SDK. This is the SDK to operate with our Horizon Bridge in a programmatic manner. So basically, there are two versions of the bridge that are currently deployed. One is on mainnet at bridge.harmony.1. There's a one testnet version that you probably want to use when you're developing. And there is already a bunch of examples provided in the Bridge SDK repository, which I think I have it here. As you can see, this it's in Harmony Bridge SDK, and there are several examples on going from Harmony to Ethereum, sample application using Node.js. There's also application that integrates with browser, and there are more examples. So let's just walk through this one real quick. So let me open my command prompt, and let's say I create a test and so I create a sample repository and pull the Bridge SDK. I'm going to demonstrate how to use SDK to, I forgot the title. Okay. The testnet bridge is connected between Coven, Ethereum Coven testnet and Harmony testnet. So in this small demonstration, I'm going to show how to send over some BUSD tokens that lies in Coven testnet to Harmony using the SDK. So I created a sample Node.js repo, and then I pulled the bridge SDK. And then after that, I basically create this file that will do the bridge operation. So let me, while it is installing packages, let me go over this example. Here you can see, first thing I do is from bridge SDK, pull some classes and configs. The SDK has several log level where you can get the full detailed information or only success error ratio, etc. And you can also turn off the whole log. And you basically have to connect to the Ethereum wallet. Remember, this is bridging from Ethereum to Harmony, so you need to have tokens in the Ethereum wallet. So you connect to that wallet. Then you initiate an operation of sending tokens, BUSD amount, receiver one address, and sender X address. That's it. Basically, a simple code here. I think this is done. So let's create create. And then just simply run that particular program that says one wallet balance before creating an operation, Ethereum to Harmony, sending BUSD token amount, Ethereum, all this, and then creates an operation. And the bridging has several steps: approving bridge manager and locking the tokens on the Ethereum side, and then waiting for enough number of confirmation so that on the Ethereum side we are able to reach finality, and then finally minting on Harmony side. So you can take a look. This is where it should be straightforward. And after that, when completed, you can go to the testnet explorer, and you can see here the operation that I created is under progress. That is currently waiting for finality. So that's how you basically use the Horizon Bridge SDK to kind of programmatically interact with the bridge. I have a few minutes, so let me rush through a little bit. So you can also find other tools here. Graph also integrated with Harmony. There's a Docker file that you can run your own local graph node. A good example is that Horizon Bridge currently has a subgraph that's being utilizing the graph. And then there are other tools like Ganesha, Harmony, React, and also oracles like Band and Chainlink also exist. You can also find several examples along with the source code under showcases and hackathon. Currently, our wish list for developers to build. And more importantly, there are also bounties that you can take a look. Those have there are many of them. Already there are several developers have contributed to these bounties in the past. I think that's about it. Thanks for participating, and hope you guys enjoyed building on Harmony.
Thanks, Ganesha. I don't know if you've had the chance to address every question in the chat as we were going. We're running out of time, so I can send it to you directly if you want to address them, any of them that is remaining in the main sponsor channel.
I'll post this answer to these questions in hackathon Harmony channel.
Yeah, exactly. So everybody here, if you have more questions for Ganesha, please just hop over on the sponsor channel that is in the public Discord that you guys have to talk directly with Harmony.
Yeah, there's already all the information that you need here. Under the resources, you can find Discord channels, Telegram. Beyond the hackathon channel, you can also use these channels to ask your questions and get answers. Thank you.
Thank you, Ganesha. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today, and we'll see you on Discord.